I'm standing in the upper corner of our lease, which is located between Lost Hills and Bakersfield. We're about an hour and 15-minute drive northwest of Bakersfield in an area called Antelope Hills. There's our facilities down there. A couple of little baby pump jacks out there. We have some legacy wells that we've returned to production, but aren't really a significant focus in the development plan. As you can see, it's very arid terrain. This area gets less than 7 inches of rain each year, and it's, there's zero groundwater, very little water below us, and what is there is oil saturated through all zones. Most of what we're producing is going to be about a 10 to 15,000 TDS water. Again, there's very little vegetation here. We let the cows come and graze and manage the weeds for fire control purposes. But this is essentially where you want to develop oil and gas. In the middle of nowhere, setbacks, 2,500 feet, we're, miles and miles and miles and miles away from any kind of home or commercial building. We won't be flaring here. We'll tie into pipeline right here at the edge of our lease, either through Phillips 66 or Shell. We'll reuse all our produced water for steam makeup, or we will look at irrigation plans if there's some salt tolerant crop we can grow here, maybe in the future once we're past a pilot steam phase. But this is California oil production. This is where you want to be producing oil, in the tightest regulatory climate in the world, tracking every barrel produced, every barrel of produced water, every bin of solid waste that ends up in the landfill. Everything's tracked, everything's counted. In a couple of years of operating this lease, we've spent well over $1 million across 50 some odd service providers and contractors in Kern County. So the economic impact just from a startup not producing shut-in oil field can be huge. And that money was spent correcting legacy issues by the last operator and returning wells to production for water samples, and really just cleaning up the lease and operating for the past three years as we pull permits for underground injection, for percolation ponds, and for aquifer exemption. So yeah, we're testing everything below us, around us, in the air, on the ground. In terms of wildlife, we've done surveys for blunt-nosed leopard lizard and kit fox and burrowing owl. So, everything we do here is tracked and monitored. We're looking at wildlife. We're making sure we implement pad drilling out here so we minimally disturb a moonscape. There is no legitimate reason that any activist and anti-oil person in society globally can say this is not the place that you want to responsibly produce a product that all of us will use well beyond the day we die. And so will our children. It's in everything. We should be encouraging responsible production in places like this, and not entrusting that stewardship of the environment to places that really don't give a shit, or places that don't let women drive. Come on, enough's enough. We need to support U.S. oil and gas. We need to support California production. And it doesn't matter where you live. If you're in this industry, we need to all come together and do it together.